we're live. Good evening, everyone. Late evening. It's 8 p.m. It's not even evening. It is Cinco de Mayo, Sunday, May 5th, and welcome back to another Sunday Night Stumbles. And I see a lot of friendly folks in the chat already. Jacques is here, Vivian Johnson, Wesley, Julie, David Banger Main, Dahlia, Simon Kitty, Boom is here, Mark S, Tiana, Divyesh, Uncle Buck is here. Gertej, moderator and CEO extraordinaire. Vivian Johnson, Mark D, Zach McNally. Sorry to hear about your beloved Maple Leafs, Zach. Better luck next year. Kevin Hawthorne, Steph Curry, Michael Mills, Marge, another of the Mod Squad, Fluffy Bunny, and Marie Palmer, and everyone else. Thank you so much. Embedded SRAM, Sammy Wu, Everett Clendenin, Jennifer Gala. All right. You're cut off. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I had kind of a lazy day. Didn't do a whole lot. As you can see, my Windows still needs to be updated. I'm sure someone will point that out, but I haven't. I just never reboot this computer. Never, ever. I don't turn it off. I don't reboot it. So let's see how long that pending Windows update will last. Michael Nguyen is here. Tiana. Well, there I'm doing it again. So on, was it Saturday late afternoon, I was live streaming, which would have been yesterday, and I was gifted this French IPA from a friendly viewer. And I saved it for the stream. It's a 5.7%. I can't read anything on here. There's like no English on here. But this is from La Daboche. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, this IPA came courtesy of a friendly viewer. I can actually fire up that moment where that happened. That streetcar, while its lights were on, that was what the honking was at. That should be one of those quality instant lose your license to go dial in. That was pretty low quality. Directly to jail kind of fines. Sorry?
You heard about the French beer on the stream?
Oh, French
That's
IPA. Oh.
Bien dundas, just pass.
Oh, who are you? And would we know you?
Clemens.
Oh, well, nice to meet you.
I just live nearby.
Are you from France?
Yeah, exactly. I came back from a trip 2 weeks ago, and that's straight from the local brewery where I used to live.
Wow. Maybe I'll drink this on my stream tomorrow.
Yeah. Straight out of the fridge.
Amazing. Thank you. I love IPAs. Thank you so much. I love that logo too. All right. Nice to meet you. Cheers. Just got super chatted a French IPA from a friend. Oh man, I look like a freak there with my hair going wild. But thank you, Clement, for the French IPA. I don't know if you're watching on this channel, but thank you so much. Cheers to you. And I really, really dig the black on top of the can. I got some new cutlery, and it's black, and I absolutely love it. I got new dishware, and I got new cutlery, and where have black forks and spoons been all my life? They are so much nicer than silver, in my humble little opinion. Just as the lid of this can is so much nicer in black. So thank you, Clement. Cheers. And this did not explode all over my, oh, a little bit, fancy keyboard. But cheers to everyone out there. Happy Sunday to you. This is good. I was drinking some lighter IPA last night as we watched the Maple Leafs. Mitch Marner, where are you? Has anyone seen Mitch Marner? No, nobody has seen him. Nylander, you're the only player worth keeping. Maybe Wall. Samsonov didn't do too bad. Can't really put that one on him at all. But cheers to everyone. Sorry, the Maple Leafs are booted. Whatever feigning interest I have in hockey is now completely gone. Greg Keating is here. H. Hustle is here. Brad Palmer, I saw that you were in Tobermory. Is that going to pull it up? Maybe I just could have gone to your page. live in Tobermory. I've heard Tobermory is absolutely beautiful, and you're just proving my point right there. That is absolutely gorgeous. And it looks like you had a beautiful day there. Not too many spots in this city where things get that nice, but check out Brad Palmer's live stream from beautiful Tobermory. I get these notifications of all the streams, and unfortunately, I can't often check in. Oops, someone just replied. But yeah, JD says, I can't believe the Leafs lost to Boston in Game 7 again. 2013, 2017, 2019, and 2024, all Game 7 losses to Boston. And they were up again. They were up. We were doing well for like, what, a minute, 2 minutes tops before Boston put the equalizer in. But yeah, Brad, that is absolutely gorgeous. View of the sun, what looks like a ferry. Where does that ferry go to? Julie asking if that's a ferry. Muhan says, sorry for not being there last time on your live stream. You better be sorry, Muhan, or I will not do anything. You're all entitled to live your lives and be and do whatever you want. But I definitely appreciate it when you do drop in. Mark D says, JS, what are your predictions for the Leafs next year? First or second round bounce? I don't know. They have to, if they keep this team intact, they're not going to be any better next year. Similar story to the Blue Jays. Like, I don't know. Isn't that the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Sebastian says, right now, Ken is on a plane. Oh, I missed, bye for now. Get out of town walking a zigzag route. Ken loves those zigzag routes. Downtown from City Hall to Toronto Metropolitan University. Those are like, that's like a 6-minute power walk from one to the other. He must have come up with a clever route to fill up a whole video with that. But where is Mr. Continuum? Live, Calgary live around downtown and the neighborhoods. He streamed from Calgary for 2 hours, 7 minutes, and Edmonton 2 hours and 7 minutes. He was there apparently with his sister, if I'm not mistaken. That's cool. I have not been to any other Canadian cities this year. Maybe, most likely, we'll see Niagara Falls within a month or so. Next Monday, or is it Sunday? Next Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Gertej says, me and Marge and Vivian was holding down the fort for Ken. Good stuff, Gertej. Vivian says, Ken is in the air. He did not make it for the premiere. Did he fly Air Canada? If he flew Air Canada, you can get Wi-Fi. The cheap bastard didn't want to spend $15 to check out his own premiere. Just kidding. They do give you, if you have Aeroplan, you'll get messaging like WhatsApp free, but you do have to pay. But it is fast enough. I always pay for it when it's like over the ocean because, I mean, that's 15 hours. But, you know, on a domestic flight, probably not worth it. Jelly Bean in the house. Whippy Dude, when are we getting to see your mom when you return? Well, I don't know if you are getting to see my mom, Fluffy Bunny, but hopefully I'll go to Niagara within the month or so. Marge says he flew Porter from YYZ. I don't know if Porter, they did not have onboard Wi-Fi when I flew, but those are great planes that they're on. Benno says, how is Air Transit? I'm flying to Toronto next month from the UK. Air Transat is pretty good. It's not amazing. You're not going to get the usual perks you do on an international flight, like free booze. You may even have to pay for your meals. Like, it's pretty low rent, but the planes are nice. You'll be probably on an Airbus. Everything. I've flew to Paris and back from Barcelona on Air Transat. Justin says, I'm going on my Southeast Asia trip in 1 week from today. Where are you going? Are you going to go see Action Kid? Is that guy still in Vietnam? Is he still in Vietnam? I remember, like, I was hanging out with him in Thailand the night before he went to Vietnam. Hanoi Noi Bai International Airport. I've done a video from there. Walking Hanoi. He's in Hoi An right now, right? Yeah, Hoi An is a beautiful, but in my humble opinion, a tad boring little city. Can I see that lamp you have at IKEA? I would like to see if we have it here. Random IKEA request. I think it's the Desja lamp. There it is. There's the lamp I got from IKEA. It's better just to show you it this way. Benno says AK is in Hoi An. I honestly wish he would just come back to the States already. It's just my opinion. Yeah, but there's plenty of people covering New York and Miami. I think he's there for reasons other than just YouTube, just kind of taking a break from North America. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think he's really enjoying his time there, and it's pretty awesome that he's been able to stay there for so long. Benoshes Da Nang looks out. Yeah, Da Nang is a pretty nice city. It's definitely a lot smaller than Hanoi or Saigon. But yeah, I will turn down the lamp. There we go. We'll turn that off. Anything else? What's going on in YouTube world? We're in Johnny Strides land. This video I did, Loblaws is out of control, has been ramping up. It's already at 31,000 views. It's been a while since I've had a video kick off that big. I do have a follow-up planned for that. Don't worry, it's not just me like going into a Loblaws going, hey, look, here's the Loblaws. No, it's going to be a little more creative than that. But I do plan on getting that up on the channel this week. I think it'll be a fun one. The Skydome video didn't do so well. Maybe that's just how I packaged it, title and thumbnail. Encampment at UFT. Yeesh, don't really want to touch those comments. And today's Yorkville Village video, which is doing all right for the first day. Johnny, did you watch the hockey game last night? I did. Jennifer Gala says Shoppers is also too expensive. Yeah, but Shoppers, like getting stuff from there is kind of like going to a Rabba. Like it's small, it's convenient. They're often 24 hours. Like they're supposed to be more expensive, that kind of store. So I don't really, my eyes don't pop out of my head at a Shoppers like they do at the big grocery stores when I see rip-off prices. Lisa says some of those comments are a lot. Yeah, but my thing is free speech is a-okay as long as you're not hating on other people or harassing other people or being an obvious troll. Like, if I disagree with your opinion, cool. You can still say whatever you want in the chat, and mods shouldn't remove it if they don't like it. Like, it's that simple. If you're not trolling, if you're not hating on people, you're welcome. Like, I try to be inclusive, but when you get, I don't know, I dip my toes into the comments here a little bit, but when you get like this type of subject, it's better just to be like, the encampment video, this is Toronto. That's another one that has some really, really eye-popping comments. But yeah, like I do not like censoring or controlling what people say or what they do. But it would be absolutely exhausting to try to go through these and respond to these people. Fluffy Bunny says, so what's your advice if one person is bad-mouthing you to several people? You know, bad-mouthing me to several people, I know. I let those people use their judgment. Like, that stuff doesn't bother me. Like, if someone came in the chat and started talking shit about any of the viewers or mods, I have no problems removing those comments. But if it's about me, I don't care. Leave them up. Like, it's fine. I can take it. I'm a big boy. If they're bad-mouthing me to my friends, I would hope that my friends could use their better judgment and make their own determination. Whitby Dude says your rules are posted, if I recall. Yeah, they couldn't be any more simple, right? Like when I started doing lives, though, it was right during or it was right as Trump versus Biden was like starting to ramp up, and that was like super duper toxic, that particular topic. So I made like a absolutely no politics rule. Like it in my rules, it said no politics at all, just because that was super toxic. And then the pandemic happened, and again, a whole bunch of toxic shit came out. But I did eventually lift that rule as well, because if it's like relative to Toronto, relative to what we're doing, or if people are being respectful, like local politics, fine. But if you want to talk about like global conflicts, no. I don't know. Call me a hypocrite. That's just the way I think things should be. No one tunes into this channel to get news or political commentary. We'll just leave it at that. Lisa says, I have that prob people bad-mouthing me to my friends ticks me off. I am not in a good mood. Sorry. You're entitled to not be in a good mood. Never be sorry for that, Lisa. Sorry to hear that is happening. Fluffy Bunny says, I sent letters warning a few about a malicious slander law we have in the UK. Haven't heard anything from them. Yeah, if push comes to shove, you can always take it down that route. Greg says, I think most of us are level-headed folks and respect each other. Yes, Greg, 100%. This is one of the best communities on YouTube, and I appreciate it. And the truth is, if I took any two of you, put you in a room, and listed like 10 hot-button issues, no two people are going to like agree on everything, right? Like if I said, what's your thoughts on abortion? The conflict in the Middle East, the conflict in Ukraine, creationism versus atheism. Like if I just listed 10 things, no two people are going to align on all of them. That's just life. Suck it up, get over it. Different people have different values and opinions. We should be able to get along other than that. Or I missed the obvious one. Are you left or right? Or are you a centrist? Like, right? Anyways, maybe we need to, as Lisa says, getting deep. Yeah, maybe we should have some drinks in here. Jelly Bean says, do you delete the person or just tell the person to block them? Just wondering. I don't normally, during chats, the mods run that. I don't like banning people unless it's really egregious, or if they're like just repeat offending. Yeah, like get them out of here. But I recommend everybody, if anyone is like annoying you, just block them. Like take matters into your own hands, out of sight, out of mind, right? Just block the person and you don't have to deal with it. Except for mods. Mods should not block anyone. They need to see what's going on in the chat. We had one mod block another mod before, and that mod who did that isn't here anymore because I don't agree with that. You should not be blocking anyone if you're a mod. That's just part of the gig, I guess. I appreciate you being here. Chris Mill says, drinks, there is an idea. Yes. Jellybean says, but the comments are still... Yeah, it depends. If the comments, like... I don't know. If it's a live chat, mods can handle it. If it's just the regular comments, I do not... The regular comments, YouTube does a pretty good job flagging and removing anything on their own, and then I go through it. Mods are not to touch the comments. That's just the way it is. I do get around to, like, often when I'm on the subway, I thumb the comments on like my way down, and I'll just see, and if there's anything like really egregious that slipped the filters, I'll nuke it. But that's it. But yeah, free speech rules the day. Like it or not, if you say something stupid, you're only shining a spotlight on yourself. So who am I to remove your right to tell everyone you're stupid, right? Jellybean says viewers can... Yeah, if you think like I've missed something or we've missed something, send me an email, johnnystrides@gmail.com, and I'll take a look at it. That has happened before. And if it is like definitely over the line, I'm more than happy to remove the comment. Donnie says, I enjoyed the Jay stream. It was a pleasant surprise. Love the renovations, not so much the team. Yeah. Now that the renovations are done, maybe Mr. Shapiro and Mr. Atkins can GTFO. I mean, I don't even know what to make of John Schneider. I think he's kind of a puppet manager. Maybe give him an actual chance to manage. But yeah, let's get this regime out of here. You renovated the stadium. Thank you. Now let's focus on baseball. Greg says, I have never thumbs down any video since I've been on YouTube. If I don't like the content, I don't watch it. Yes, me too. I mean, I've thumbs down some stuff, but usually no. Usually no. Sheena says, Johnny Stumbles, we had an Action Kid impersonator in yesterday's live stream. Can the mods block them? In the case of someone openly, and I saw that and I didn't know what to make of it at the time, but yeah, if someone's impersonating, that's a blockable offense. Chris Mill says, Jays are making me sad. Didn't they have a nice lead today and they blew it? I thought I checked. I went to IKEA again. Yeah. I'll show you something. There's now something on my desk. I got this this is now beside me in the corner of my desk. This plant was like $2.99. I couldn't believe how cheap this plant was. And this thing, I think, was $3.99. Bill Chow says some negative comments are actually more fun. Yeah, if again, as long as they're not like attacking anyone, like attacking a public figure, sure. Attacking like UI or like a member of the community, not cool. But a lot of public figures, yeah, they're out there for a reason. Christmas is hard to kill. Yeah, I've got a money tree plant. I've got a really tall one of these in my front hallway now, like pretty big, and it's got like a nice big pot holder as well. Yeah, Evan, I agree. Let's get this green screen back on. I've got, how many plants do I have? I have the big one. I have that fern. I have a Monstera Delicioso, I think it's called. I have the money tree plant. I've got the one I just showed you. I've got 2 succulents, and I've got another fern up there. So yeah, 8 in total, I think. Aiden Thompson says, how do you blow a 6-1 lead? Yeah, tough to do, but hey, their offense woke up today, but still. Marge says you do realize they need water. Yes, but you stick your... I've been reading. I've got an app that tells me when to water them. I've even got fertilizer. I've got I rotate them a quarter every week or so. So eventually they're gonna all face the sun. Although the money tree is gonna end up in a place where it doesn't get a lot of light. And if it dies, it dies. But I don't think it will. What happened? I had my live stream up. There we go. And let me thumbs up my own live stream. It says 221 people watching. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Furniture-wise, if you're wondering, my shoe rack came in with like a bench and storage. So that is in. What else? And my side table from Cozy is in. So I think we're all done for furniture. I just got to clean a few things up, and I will make that apartment tour video. The Velcost says, how can you expect it to grow any money if you don't give it any light? That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. Chris Mill says, of course, there's an app for it. There's an app where you take a picture of your plant. It'll tell you what kind of plant it is. It'll tell you if it's healthy or not and how you should like keep it up. So Whippy Dude says, my pad must look like the Allen Gardens Conservatory with 8 plants. I have a friend with like 30, so I don't know. I don't really know that much, H. Hustle. Who farted $2? Do you have any marijuana plants? Laughing my FAO, which stands for fucking ass off. We can say these things. Thank you so much for the $2. I'll like that and heart that. No, I don't have any weed plants. But yeah, we'll see how many of these things I actually manage to keep alive. I once had a couple of birds. Sadly, they're no longer with us. I don't think through any fault of my own, but hey. So we're on the Action Kid channel. You know, I think he should change his banner, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Like, I don't know. I think the NYC Walking Show has like almost the same. The NYC Walking Show, like, comment, subscribe, bell. That seems kind of like.
Do you have any marijuana plants? LMFAO.
That seems kind of like 2019 YouTube to me. I don't know. Watch, I'll go ahead and do that. Thank you, Bill Chow, for being the 79th like. I wonder if there's anything else on YouTube. What's going on with the Loblaws boycott? This has been getting a lot of play. Like I said, I'm going to be doing like kind of a follow-up Loblaws theme video, but I think it'll be like it's kind of a fun theme. BC shoppers say why they're taking part in the Loblaws boycott. Frustrated shoppers boycott Loblaws stores. Why fed up consumers are Yeah, this is another one where the comments, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just not. Hey, look who showed up. My video. Pretty sexy dude making that video. An 18-year-old Justin Trudeau on Quebec sovereignty. That's 11 years ago. Was he? Oh, that's before he was like a failed art supply sub teacher or a substitute teacher. All right, we'll get off of this topic. Off of this topic. Marge says they have started to lower prices. Yeah, but it's like a rubber band effect. We'll see. Liberty Tree says, "Sup, Johnny." Sal Smith says Jean Chrétien was badass. Remember the good old days when left and right weren't that far apart and we were all just happy Canadians. I shop at No Frills or Foodland, says Greg Keating. I'm a local places for bananas and fruit, Metro for some things, Amazon for a lot of things, like my bubbly. Yes, I buy cans of water through Amazon, so shoot me. It's cheaper than the supermarket, and it comes to my door. And I can just order like one case. At Loblaws, it's like $7.99 for a 12-pack. On Amazon, it's always like $5. And it just shows up the next day at my doorstep. Like, why the hell would I ever go to Loblaws? I'm sorry. I'm not going to like side with one mega corporation over another over that. H. Hustle says, why exactly are people boycotting? Or what exactly are people boycotting? All the stores are priced the same. I think Loblaws in particular is kind of egregious. Their profit margins are certainly egregious. I think people are just snapping and taking it out on the biggest player of the bunch. But certainly a lot of those complaints do apply to the other chains as well. Let's skip all this. Let's see. Yeah, Liberty, true. That's true. Longo's is pretty bad. Longo's sadly was taken over by Sobeys. I think the best supermarket in Toronto, for my opinion, or for what it's worth, is Fiesta Farms on Christie. I absolutely love Fiesta Farms, and I love living near there. And I did all my shopping between Fiesta Farms and PAT, a Korean supermarket. Life was good. Everett Clendenin, $5. Love the stream. Thank you, Everett. Cheers to you. Thank you, Everett. Glad you are enjoying the stream. Who Farted says, I live in the country. I grow a garden each year to help out, grow most of my vegetables. That is pretty cool. I just buy frozen fruit because, yeah. And frozen vegetables. I have frozen broccoli and frozen spinach. Is that a THC beer? No, this is a beer that a viewer gave me on the live stream yesterday. Hello, Harjot. What about Fortino's? I don't go to Fortino's. Couldn't tell you anything about it. I remember being a kid going to Nob Hill Farms, though. My mom and dad would sometimes go to Nob Hill Farms, but often A&P was like the local grocery store. And they both turned into Metros. Loblaws
Love the stream.
CEO says enough is enough in statement to employees about boycott. I think this kind of blew up in this guy's face. Canadians who are participating in the month-long boycott against Loblaws have decided on a slogan, knock or knock, which loosely translates to enough is enough in Loblaw CEO Per Bank's native tongue Danish. It seems to have inspired participants after the grocery executive used it in a statement reportedly shared with Loblaw employees on April 22nd. That's weird, Loblaw employees. Wouldn't you say Loblaws? Real talk, standing up for our colleagues and our business, Per Bank. We have a saying in my native Denmark, knock or knock, which loosely translates to enough is enough. This turn of phrase feels appropriate lately as misconceptions about our role in the ongoing food affordability crisis continue. Yes. You mean you are like the one entity that is exempt from feeling the pain, right? Your suppliers have to raise prices or risk losing market share. Your customers have to face higher prices, but you guys take a percentage profit margin on every product. You mark it up by a percentage. So Loblaws doesn't care. They make money no matter what. In fact, increasing prices means they make even more money because they take an even greater percentage for their margin. So don't say you don't have a disproportionate role in the affordability crisis. In visiting stores across the country, I know you feel the same. I've heard you say repeatedly that the misinformation being spread online in the media and by politicians is difficult to counteract. It feels like there's no room for the truth. Don't get me wrong, food prices are unquestionably a serious concern, and many Canadians are struggling to make ends meet. We're hearing people who usually aren't even our customers. By the way, how the hell do you know if someone, isn't almost everybody a Loblaws customer? Doesn't almost everybody go to like Shoppers or one of their billion stores calling? I don't know. Seems a little tone deaf, Mr. Perbank, to me. Ontario is one step closer to getting a new grocery chain to compete with Loblaws. Is it going to be like the Wind Mobile of grocery chains? Pat, 1967 says Fortino's is more expensive, but you shop there for the good ambiance. Yeah, that's a nice luxury to have. Anyone, is pineapple bubbly nice? It is. Are their costs of goods sold public? No, but their markups have been leaked, and it's a percentage they take. So if Frito-Lay sells them chips for $5 or $8, they take the same like 20 or 30% cut. So yeah, they're the one entity that is like protected from a downturn. Just reading some of your messages. That is true. Johnny, I'm coming down to Toronto in June for the Pixies concert. What bars would you recommend? What bars depends on what night you are coming, what kind of music you like, what kind of bars you like. I don't know. Look up, for me personally, look up like Sneaky D's or see what's going on in their upstairs room. They sometimes have some fun nights going on up there. Sal Smith says $5 chip bags. Never thought we'd see the day. Dollarama is your answer. Dollarama chips are fantastic. And like the bag is actually full of chips. It's not full of air. And they're cheap. It's such a no-brainer. Just go there for chips. If you don't believe me, try them. They're so good. Toronto grocery store is permanently closing. Which one is this? An independent Toronto grocery store that went up to bat against Bulk Barn and Costco is permanently closing. The days are numbered for Danforth East's Bear Market retail and grocery location. Where is that? Bear Market. I cannot type. Camp says, I heard Dollarama chips are sale. Who told you that? Who told you that? Like the bags are huge and it's like 75% chips. The like chip to air ratio isn't even close and they are toxic. That's a load of bullshit. They're not. They wouldn't be allowed to sell them. I've worked for insurance companies that insure those kinds of products. There's no chance in hell they would be on the shelf if there was anything toxic about it because no insurance company would stand behind Dollarama with that pending lawsuit. Like cheap stuff imported from China, yeah, question it, but stuff that Dollarama sells, that, trust me, that product is, they did have that incident like 10 years ago or 15 years ago where they had like off-brand toothpaste that was funky. But like the food they sell, saying it's toxic or it's different than the name brand stores is such a load of bullshit. That is absolutely not true. Where is this place? It's not showing up. It's not showing up. Robert says, change of diet, vegan now, no meat, fish, chicken, feel better. Awesome. If it's working for you, I don't think I could live without that stuff personally. There it is. Sad to see this little grocer go. Toronto woman is paying homage to her mother with her joyful new business. That doesn't sound like something I want to click. Dollarama is more expensive than Metro at this point. Not in my experience, not at all. The stuff I get is much cheaper at Dollarama. Award-winning chicken restaurant opens new location in Toronto. Purveyors of the best fried chicken in Toronto, Ding-A-Wing, shocked their many devoted locals last month by announcing they'd be shutting down their original Roncesvalles location. Never been there. Never heard of it. Poopalicious Cafe. Another one? Coming soon. Poopalicious? Is that the name? After Toronto's inaugural Poop Cafe failed a health inspection back in 2019, a new option might be for the best, though I should note they've had a mostly clean inspection record ever since. The latest competitor to Koreatown's Poop Cafe seems to be a new concept called Poopalicious Cafe that's moving into a vacant space at 1355 St. Clair West. Where is that? Just west of Bathurst Street? Oh, that is way out there. That's all the way by Earls Court Park. This is where the Poopalicious Cafe, that place is so isolated from transit. Like the streetcars aren't even running. And if they are, it takes forever to get out there. I wish them well, but the Koreatown location like serves, like it's on a subway line. Like there's a ton of people in that area that don't live in that area. This is going to mostly serve people that live in this area. So they're going to need repeat business, right? That's how a lot of businesses in areas like this exist, like this cafe. They have a lot of people that go there every week or every other week. Are people going to have that kind of attachment to a place called Poopalicious? Call me skeptical, but I wish them well. If the city's original Poop Cafe is any indication, decadent desserts served in toilet-shaped tableware, poop-shaped confections, and bathroom-inspired decor are on the way for Corso Italia. Yeah, Corso Italia, not really striking me as the demographic for this type of thing. I don't know. I would say if this were like Yonge Street, like Yonge and Wellesley, it's got a shot. If this is like on the like line 2, it's got a shot. Maybe their rent is low enough. Maybe they can pull it off, but I hope it works. Poop says very cool topic. Yeah. I wish them well, but I'm skeptical that that concept will take off. Toronto restaurant believed to have been permanently closed has reopened. Playa Cabana Bar. Earlier this April, Yonge and Eglinton Mexican spot Playa Cabana Bar Esquina stirred fear in the hearts of its many devout fans as it closed its doors among construction. That and the permanently closed notice that comes up when you Google the restaurant, having opened in September. You know, I live here. I have never been to that one. I recently went to Sorntai for the first time in my neighborhood, but I have never been to this Playa Cabana. Just saying. Not really surprised. Never knew it closed. Never knew it's reopening. Niagara Falls ranked as the top tourist attraction in Canada. No shit. That is, Lisa says, dude, Playa is so good. I've been to the one at DuPont and Avenue Road many times. Niagara Falls is the best tourist attraction in all of Canada. Best or most visited? This is best. The most worthwhile tourist attractions in Canada. Horseshoe Falls, Niagara Falls, 99% positive reviews. Reguido, I like how you report stuff. You're killing it. 333. Thank you, Reguido. All I am doing is just reading stuff off the internet. But if you like it, you're in the right place because that's what I do here. Thank you, Reguito. Cheers to you. Superfly zip lines at Whistler. Never been. Gros Morne National Park, Newfoundland. Never even heard of it. Old Quebec, Vancouver Seawall, Pacific Rim National Park. Stanley Park, heard of that? I've heard it's actually kind of boring.
I like how you report stuff here, you're killing it.
Spruce Meadows, Cape Breton, Sandbanks, Estate Winery. So the Horseshoe Falls ranks number 1, but Niagara Falls ranks 14. Is this the city or the waterfall? Like, what are we talking? Are these the American Falls? Because Niagara Falls, the city, is kind of not anywhere near the top 100, in my opinion. No offense. But the falls themselves are pretty awesome. Nothing in Toronto here. I guess the CN Tower isn't list worthy. Mike T says, one of the things I love about Niagara Falls is that people from the entire world travel there and it's a 4-hour drive for you. Yeah. One of the problems with the black can, I just tried to take a sip from this upside down. I have been to exactly 2 things on this list, and they are both Niagara Falls. And I call myself well-traveled. Interesting. Leafs lose another Game 7 to the Bruins in overtime. Toronto's hidden beer garden is now... That looks like the Esplanade, right? That is Say What, and that is Front Street it's behind. As of Thursday, May 2nd, you're now able to sneak down the side lane at Say What, a Front Street brew pub, and wind up in their charming garden, which takes up residence in the parking lot for the season. Yeah. I thought you accessed it from the Esplanade, though, not from Front Street. I've never been. Massive food hall. This is the one right next to Lee Restaurant, right? The Waterworks food hall. I've been in there recording, and it wasn't open. I'll definitely be in there when they do open. Toronto ranked one of the cheapest cities for dining at Michelin restaurants. Hey, we got something going on. South Asian grocery store opening 2 new Toronto locations. After Iqbal Foods shut down their long-standing location in Thorncliffe Park last month. So they've got a new Scarborough location and a new one in Thorncliffe Park. Cool. Never been. Toronto's rooftop roller skating rink is now open. Oh, I heard that's at Fairview Mall, right? I think that's in like the parking garage on the top floor. Toronto's biggest monthly street festival returns with extended hours. The Due West Fest? Biggest monthly street Oh, you mean Kensington Market Cars? That is worded. I don't consider that a monthly street festival. That's just like they close it down to cars. Stace Rose Gotts, happy Sunday. And she says, hello, everyone. Cheers to you, SR Gotts. And the Locked On Yankees podcast. How about your little golden boy there, or your very big golden boy, getting ejected from his first ever game? the first Yankee captain ejected since like Don Mattingly, I think. I think he should have got his money's worth. Like he just kind of went quietly and got tossed. If you're going to go, you got to go. You got to put on a show, right? Snap a bat over the knee. Do something. Like, I don't know. He's like probably one of the scariest dudes you would ever meet if he was angry at you. Yet he just seems so soft and so nice. Like he should have had it with that umpire. I don't know. Boom, you're at a Michelin restaurant with Henry, Liam, and Sapant. A Michelin Bib Gourmand, one of the value restaurants or one of their star-rated restaurants? Which one? Muhan says, what did you have for dinner? I had Aspen. In my video on Loblaws, I had, I featured a type of muesli. That's what I had. I had that exact brand of muesli. Glut of homes flood the Toronto market, but the problem is nobody is buying them. I've heard that condos are moving slowly. All right, this is it. Disturbing video shows Toronto car theft suspect slam into cop and send him flying. That's like attempted vehicular homicide. We got to watch this. I haven't seen this. The following video includes footage that may be disturbing for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised in my best Mark Daly impersonation. All right, so we have a suspected stolen vehicle. There's a cop running, and holy shit. Here's another angle. Look at the cop. Jeez. And the guy got up. Oh, he is hurting. There's no way he is not hurting after that. I'm sure his like if you've ever had a spill or tumble, like you pop up and you're like I had a really bad crash on my bike in Korea once, and I popped up like I was fine. Little did I know, like my whole hand was mangled, and I had like I needed a bunch of stitches, and I needed a CT scan, and I had like broken fingers. But like you don't realize it. You just get up and you're like, you convince yourself you're okay, you're okay. And everyone's like, dude, sit down. You're not okay. I bet you that's exactly what happened to this cop, right? Because he just got up and started like, ooh, his knees or his joints. But he just bounced right up after this and was like walking. Dude. Props to that guy for not taking out his gun and just like firing away at that vehicle. Like, whatever. I mean, there's someone who should be just locked up forever and never given bail. Like, do we know who this is? In the clip, the offender can be seen maneuvering an SUV through the parking lot and around another vehicle. Meanwhile, an officer approaches running on a diagonal from the... Maybe not the best idea to run head on into a car, though. You know, maybe not the best. Realizing at the last second that the driver was not going to stop or even slow down, despite having a uniformed pedestrian... Despite having an uninformed pedestrian standing directly in the car's path. Oh. The member of the force then stops in his tracks and puts his arms out. Okay, well, we saw what happened. The officer only sustained minor injuries and was transported to a local hospital. All right. That guy is super duper lucky. Probably like really in shape too. Probably a younger cop. No offense to the older ones, but probably. Is that considered attempted murder or something? It should be. Like it absolutely should be. Like you made a conscious decision to drive into a human being with your car. Like, I don't know. Oh, sorry to hear that, the Ottawa Wanderer. Fluffy Bunny says he'd been better at shooting at the tires. Is that a myth that you can just like shoot? If you shoot one tire out, the car can still like get away easily, right? If you shoot two tires out, it can probably still get away far enough that they're going to be able to bail and run away. Bill Chow says the car thief should be charged with attempted murder. Yeah. I mean, that's as cut and dry as it gets, right? Caught. It shouldn't matter if it's a cop or a civilian that he hit too. It's one and the same. You hit a human being with a car. Fuck you. Is that Loblaws on blog to the one on Redway? On Red Path? Jeff Camp says, did they find the driver? I don't know. It's kind of a, let's just move on from that. What is this? Toronto PSA Cherry Bridge still not open? I heard that. Greg says, for sure, but was intentional. There's no way, if you watch that, there's 0% chance that was an accident. Like, that was somebody fleeing, and they saw a person and decided not having it, and they stepped on the gas. This is absolutely tragic. Didn't really want to discuss this, but there was another piece of shit stealing a car, and the cops engaged in a chase, and they ended up taking out a couple of grandparents and a baby. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Absolute tragedy on that one. But that's what this is all about. Yeah, car thieves. Not good. Maybe this is the year the Leafs beat Boston, says delusional idiot who doesn't know shit. Jellybean says he didn't steal a car, robbed a liquor store. Oh, still a low-life thief running from the cops. Either way, you're a piece of shit. Stealing Walmart or bread from Walmart to feed your family is one thing, but stealing and then running and doing something dangerous like driving high speed on public roadways while you're out like escaping Johnny Law, like, fuck you. Go to jail for the rest of your life for that. I have no sympathy for those people. Maybe this is the year the Leafs beat Boston, says delusional idiot who doesn't know shit. Wow. PSA Cherry Street Bridge is still stuck. Yeah, I immediately clicked that. Stace Rose Goss says, poor Leafs. Welcome to the world of being a Toronto sports fan, right? The Jays were doing well, and then they're like, Alex Anthopoulos, please leave. Hello, Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins, please make our franchise shitty again. And that's what's happened. How this 110-year-old Toronto bakery sets to build the perfect bagel? Okay. Toronto has a concerningly high number of condos sitting on the market. Hey, that's a picture of my neighborhood. This building in the middle is not a condo. That's a rental building, but that's a condo. Yeah, I guess this was bound to happen. Like, how many people are lining up to spend $1 million on like a 700-foot shoebox in the sky, square foot? Toronto has nearly 200 more cranes than other major North American cities. Yeah, the building boom hasn't stopped. Stace Rose Gott says because they're overpriced. Right? It's not just that they're overpriced, but like the rates that most people get from their lenders on a place that costs that much because it's such a high risk and they're spreading themselves so thin are really high. So it's just like there's a breaking point where people can't even like buy without being insanely house poor and indebted. So I guess it was just bound to happen. There were 238 cranes dotting the Toronto skyline in Q1 2023, the vast majority of which were dedicated to residential construction. Boston had 9, Calgary 20, Chicago 14, Denver 36, Honolulu 14, LA 12, Las Vegas 12, LA, the giant overgrown suburb, 47, New York City 10, Phoenix 9, Portland 14, San Francisco 17, Seattle 51, Toronto 238. Your favorite thing is when they advertise a 1-bedroom with the den, and the den is literally a 3x3 alcove where you can barely fit a desk. Yeah. Just put a king mattress in those things, whatever size mattress you can fit. But I think here they have to, by law, have to have a window before they can call it a bedroom. If you're wondering why New York City only has like 10 cranes, that's because it's like pretty effing dense, and it's actually very, very hard to build a high-rise in New York City. A developer has to buy air rights from the surrounding buildings. So if you want to build a high-rise, you don't just buy a plot of land in New York. You have to buy out your neighbors and then stack their air rights on top of each other, and then you can build up. And then they have like offset rules where the buildings have to be set back. It's really, really stupidly hard, and there's so much red tape involved in New York City that, yeah, it's really hard to build a high rise, and they tend to be offices going up. They don't get or mega billionaire condos like on a Billionaire's Row. Stace Rose Scott says, yep, and then you can block their views. Yeah, it's like New York is so fascinating. I was watching entire like shopping districts are disappearing due to like all the rampant theft there. What's the video I just watched on this guy strikes me as being a little bit sensationalist. Entire strip mall leaves in New York City because of theft. It begins. New York City's grocery stores close over theft. They're like finding stuff from like Targets and Walgreens and big stores in New York City are ending up on shelves in bodegas and on Amazon, like the actual products, because the police are completely powerless to theft in New York. It's kind of crazy what's going on over there. They do not believe in repercussions for stealing, apparently. Jet Fischler says he posts a lot. Yeah, this is an example of a YouTuber. He 100,000% has somebody scripting, writing, plotting his videos, producing, editing. Like, it's impossible to crank out this much content. These are basically all essays where he's running around the city. Stace Rose Gott says, I unsubscribed from Cash Jordan. I could see that. Like, if someone was making videos like this about Toronto, I would probably roll my eyes after like the 4th or 5th video and say, come on, it's not actually like that here. But there's no way this guy doesn't have like a massive team of people like cranking these things or cranking these out. Mike T says, I enjoyed Cash Jordan more when he did apartment tours. Stace Rose Gott said he's sensationalizing everything. The thing that tells me you're absolutely right on that is he makes zero attempt to show two sides of the coin. He just dismisses it. But I mean, there is truth to what he's saying from what I see, but it is sensationalized. That was the word, but I still find it enjoyable. And theft rates are sky high in New York and LA. And retailers are closing, and they are putting tags on like everyday items. So thankfully, we are not at that stage here. But our LCBO is like, yeah, crazily being stolen from. Johnny, are you ever going to visit New York City, says Muhan. I visited New York City like 3 years ago. I did. Did we skip our Toronto? Did I just go right to Toronto driving? Oh, he is live right now. Awesome. You know what? Evan, $10. Thank you for bringing attention to the Loblaws boycott. I shop for low-income seniors, and when streamers with high follower accounts like you speak out, it helps seniors and families. Thank you, Evan, for the $10. I've been shit-talking Loblaws & Co. for a very long time. Yeah, but thank you, and it sounds like
thank you for bringing attention to the Loblaws boycott.
you're doing very
I shop for
meaningful work.
low-income seniors, and when streamers with high follower counts like you speak out, it helps seniors and families.
Thank you, Evan. Keep up the good work doing what you're doing, and more to come on Loblaws, probably within the next few days on this channel. I have to go to the little boys' room, but I hope Brad Palmer doesn't mind, but I'm going to play your video in the
Saturday
background while I do that. I'll be back. Or your live stream.
There?
Yeah, I'll zoom in on.
That's the boat we were on.
Hey, enjoy Nantucket. Happy Saturday, and
I enjoy Nantucket.
welcome to my live stream.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's the Chi-Chi-Mong.
yeah. It was delayed. The boat was delayed for 45 minutes, eh?
Yeah,
It was an emergency, a medical emergency. When they returned with the boat we were going on, there was an emergency, and they had to wait for the ambulance. I don't know what happened.
yeah. But yeah, we had to wait half an hour, 45 minutes to get on the boat before the ambulance showed up. So happy Saturday, Boom. Welcome to our live stream, and
Hey, Boom.
sorry about your working and lurking, but that's okay.
Oh, that's okay. I lurk sometimes.
So it turns out I didn't expect it to be so nice out, but
Hopefully, yeah.
it is,
The sun, well, it's a little bit cloudy, eh?
yeah, it's a little cloudy, but
Mm,
and it's cooling off pretty good here.
too bad we're not walking. It's a cute little town, but we got here so late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just got done having dinner at the,
Mhm.
what was the restaurant called?
Oh, I don't know, some pirate place.
Yeah,
Our waitress was so funny.
it was that restaurant right there we ate at. And it was pretty good. I had chicken and ribs, but she forgot the ribs.
Yeah. I had fish and chips, and it was good. Anybody saying anything? Let's see.
Uh,
Hello, hello, hello. Let's
Thank you, Brad and Marie Palmer, for... Oh, you're monetized. Congrats, Brad. That is a huge, huge moment in your YouTubing journey. Awesome. Some people might be wondering, and by some people I mean absolutely nobody, what my front hallway now looks like with my new plant. There it is. I got that today from IKEA. And that is my new shoe rack behind it. So that is the newest addition to the house. It's basically a giant version of this. Hey, I'm surprised the green screen isn't killing the plant. You're welcome, Brad, and thank you for your support as well. Gertish says, "How is your closet?" My closet is a nightmare. Harjot says, "I did a video of the Blue Jays game on your channel." Harjot, you have to be careful with that. Here, I know how to get your channel. I know how to get your channel. You have to be so careful with that, Harjot, because if you're showing a broadcast of a professional sports league, you can get into Blue Jays win. Oh, you just recorded your TV? 240? Cool, but be careful showing like an actual broadcast, because that can get shot down for copyright. Camp says, "How's my balcony?" My balcony is a disaster zone. Oh, I got a new pot for... Yes, because everybody cares what some dude's plants look like. But I got a new pot for my Monstera as well. Where is it? I don't think I have a picture of it. I thought I had a picture of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about the light gray. There we go. Now you can see it. But yeah, I got a new plant or pot for the Monstera. That's just a cheapo IKEA pot, but I think it looks okay. Probably gonna forget about that plant as a teaser for my upcoming Ceramic, no. That's light gray. Yeah, I wanted like some lighter colors. Like dark gray would work better. I know dark gray would work better. I have a dark gray couch. But light gray, when the sun hits it, it's just nice and bright. So, and it's by the window, so it's kind of nice. I don't know. I'll probably just leave it. JS, are you going to do a copyright claim on Ken Continuum for using your signature yoink sign off? Did he do it once? I've used his. Hey people before. I've used his I will continue before. It's all fun. Hopefully he's not doing anything nefarious with the yoink. Lisa says it must be really light then. Looks good. It is pretty. It's similar to, I was going to grab my succulent behind me. Marge says 3 times. You really like the fact that the plant is light, Evan? Cool. Thank you. Did we go through this here? The Cherry Street Bridge is still stuck. Toronto has a concerningly high number of condos. Boston Bruins eliminate the Leafs. A work in progress that seems like there is no end in sight. This is the Crosstown. Is that what this is? It's absolutely disgusting how terrible the city and province is at public works. Look at the subway extension in Vancouver. It's being done in a reasonable amount of time, and they have a plan to avoid as much traffic disruption as possible. I lived in Korea at Gangnam Station, the busiest subway station, I think, in the entire country. And little did I know, over the span of a few years, an entire subway line was built. And there were already like 3 connections at my station. And a new station opened up, steps from where I lived, without me even knowing about it. In like just a few years, through one of the like densest, busiest cities on earth. And we can't build an underground streetcar in like over a decade along Eglinton. Like, yeah, we are absolutely taking the piss as taxpayers on this. No shit, Sherlock. That is a... Like, there's just no excuse for this. Like, imagine just hiring someone from, like, Korea who, like, builds the subways over there. And, like, can you just do some consulting? You know, I'm sure you just showing up would save us millions of dollars in oversights. But we are too stubborn for that. We built Presto instead of buying a superior turnkey solution because we're effing idiots. You know, is the subway safer in Korea than Toronto for crime? Everything is safer for crime, but Toronto is still very safe on the whole. They're just like another level of safe over there. There's a mall in Edmonton with penguins in it so large you cannot cruise it just today. Is that the West Edmonton Mall? This morning in the Junction Triangle, Doug Ford loves to sniff his own wet poopy fart. Written on that. Those look like the stairs over the rail corridor over to Dundas Street West, if I'm not mistaken. You know, you've walked a lot of Toronto when you can like identify where that is based on that picture. That's probably a truthful statement. How did you cope with living in such a crowded city? It's not any louder than here, actually. I can make a shirt that says yoink. I should make that shirt. I need a shirt with the toilet paper roll going under. I need a shirt with yoink. Japan is equally efficient. They fixed a sinkhole in Fukuoka in 6 days. Yeah, like they definitely have an advantage of cost and a lot less red tape over there, but they're also like more competent at this stuff. City staff recommend continuing ban on e-scooters. This is such a load of bullshit. All of the examples they cite as to why e-scooters should not be allowed on the streets in Toronto apply to bicycles and apply to e-bikes. They are such hypocritical assholes for not even considering like safe, efficient, affordable micromobility. There's a lot of people out there that like can't ride bikes because of physical reasons, that don't have the means to afford an expensive e-bike. E-scooters you can get for $400 or $500. you can take them upstairs and like your walk up. You can't an e-bike unless you're the Incredible Hulk. Like they just make so much sense on so many levels. And we are, well, Peter Bradfield, $1.99 for helping buy misting bottle for your plants. Peter Bradfield, $1.99. Thank you so much. I will put that towards the misting bottle that I just bought for my plants. And it cost about that too. I got it from Dollarama, but
For help buying a misting bottle for your plants.
I bought a small little misting bottle and my ferns have been misted. They like it humid. It's 61% humidity in here right now. So my ferns must, well, the fern that's behind the green screen is probably not liking life. Blind people don't know when silent e-scooters rocket at them over 20 kilometers per hour. But do blind people don't know when Teslas are running a red light rocketing at them? Because they're also electric and dead quiet. What about e-bikes? What about bicycles, which are quiet and can easily go that speed? Why is like this argument applies to everything? This doesn't just apply to e-scooters. Driven by unlicensed, no shit, you don't need a license to drive that class of vehicle. Untrained, again, you don't need a license. Uninsured, unhelmeted, fun-seeking joyriders. This sounds like NIMBY bullshit. You're just assuming everyone, there's idiots but most of these people that are riding them inappropriately are like food delivery people ripping through the sidewalks. But they're also on bikes doing that. They're also on e-bikes doing that. They're also in cars being a menace to traffic doing that. Devin says, can blind people... I don't know. Like, obviously, we need to do better for those that are vision and hearing impaired, but this is such a nonsense argument. Bill Chow says e-scooters are legal in Metro Vancouver. Yes, as they should be. The group said in a joint statement, left strewn on sidewalks. Oh, yeah, there's just... e-scooters all over the place. Yeah, I'm tripping on them constantly on the sidewalks. E-scooters are tripping hazards. You know what else are tripping hazards? E-bikes and bikes and anything on the sidewalk that shouldn't be there for blind people and accessibility nightmares for wheelchair users. Again, exactly the same arguments apply to like bicycles and e-bikes, which are perfectly legal. Why are you singling out e-scooters? This is the stupidest fucking logic on planet Earth. Like, yes, JD says keep them off sidewalks. We need actual, like, bylaw enforcement of that. Like, isn't that the answer? Like, I've never once seen someone on a bike or e-bike ticketed for riding on the sidewalk. If I was mayor, I would talk to, like, the police commissioner and be like, you guys like being assholes? You like ticketing people? Well... I got something for you to do. How about ticketing these assholes on the sidewalks? I would tell them, in Scarborough, North York, Etobicoke, maybe lay off because we don't have good infrastructure there and the roads are super highways. But in like the core, Midtown, downtown, definitely go bust those inconsiderate fools. But like, how are e-scooters any different? It's affordable micromobility. Like, we're building infrastructure for these types of vehicles. Currently, e-scooters cannot be operated, left, stored, or parked on any public street in Toronto. That is not true. They absolutely can be. They just can't legally be operated. This includes bicycle lanes, cycle tracks, trails, paths, sidewalks where they don't belong, or parks under other municipal code chapters. If I were mayor, I would try to make it a local bylaw. Bike on the sidewalk, $500. If it has a motor, like an e-bike or an e-scooter, your penalty is double. It's $1,000. You're caught doing it for the third time. We're just going to confiscate your vehicle and you're not going to see it again. Like, is that hard? Like, maybe even like if you want to have an e-bike or an e-scooter, maybe require that riders have a G2. So they've demonstrated some, or G1. So you have some basic understanding of like rules and road signs. I wouldn't be opposed to that. If you want insurance or like register, pay $25 a year to the city, get a permit that lets you do it. Like, there's simple, affordable solutions to this, but like banning e-scooters because they're like visually impaired people are going to have issues with them, but not everything else is just like, tell me your IQ is well under 10 without telling me as much. Like, that's NIMBY bullshit that they bought into. I don't know. Hopefully the city does the right thing. Hopefully the city does the right. Like, there's a good way to regulate things. I don't know. That just pisses me off. Toronto's Villiers Island plan will waste a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Paywalled. Thank you, the Globe and Mail. Paywalled. Cam says, I got a ticket 2 minutes after parking at Square One Japanese Garden. I don't have any sympathy for people that get parking tickets when you park illegally. I just don't. You knew that risk going in, right? You're like, hey, this isn't right. I shouldn't be parking here. You knew that risk. You got a ticket. Suck it up. That's all I have to say to that. Unless like the signs were confusing or like the signs were not accurate and led you to believe you could park. There's cases to be made, but like when it wasn't illegal, there you go. You have a case, right? I hope you fought that and won it. But when it is clearly illegal, like I don't care what your excuse is. Like when I see parking enforcement doing their thing and people getting mad at them, I'm like, you knew you were parking illegally. Why are you mad at this poor person just doing their job? Right? If we didn't have parking enforcement, do you know what a shit show? Like everyone would just be double parking and parking where like if you give people an inch, they take a mile. Like, I don't know. Make me mayor. I'd probably like triple the parking enforcement staff. And I would give them all e-scooters because it seems like an e-scooter is an excellent way for them to like get around the city and write as many parking tickets as possible. But if you get a ticket and the signs were incorrect and you shouldn't get that ticket, then we'll reward you with like $500 inconvenience fee. How's that? Just to like make that worth everyone's while. Genuine do better city of Toronto. We're going to put our money where our mouth is, but we're going to ticket the fuck out of you if you're illegally parked. There used to be a TV show called Parking Wars. Robert says Jody is the law and order candidate. Over petty stuff. The problem is most of them are picking up food delivery. There's got to be a solution to that, right? The city can create designated spots, maybe. People can pay. Like I'm a food delivery courier. You pay $100 a month and that gives you the right to put your four ways on for no more than 5 minutes. Like, I don't know. Make a creative solution. I don't know. Toronto, I don't know. Is there any news on here? When the police lie, we all pay the price. When the police lie, the police should lose their jobs, right? Like that's a kind of a conflict of interest to have that job and not be honest. Big ol' whoops at Queen and Dufferin. Yeah, it looks like I saw this. This is going north. Funnily enough, you used to not be able to go north here on Dufferin Street. This was plugged until very recently, and they opened it up, and a truck just went right into the rail corridor. Harjot says Toronto will be going to the Toronto Congress Center with friends at Humber College. Awesome, Harjot. I hope that goes well. Yeah, Tiana, I see that a lot. I'm just reading some of your comments. Truck had the bed up. Yeah, they probably just a brain fart on the driver's part. Like, we're all humans. We all fuck up. And I'm sure this driver feels absolutely stupid for what they did. Let's just be grateful and fortunate nobody was hurt. But, man, that guy's going to have a story to tell the rest of his life, eh? Oops, drove into an underpass with my truck bed up. Whoops. As long as no one's hurt, that's something to laugh at, in my opinion. We're humans. We're going to do that shit. What else? This Canadian restaurant just lowered its prices. Here's how they did it. Kinton Ramen, founded on Baldwin Street in 2000. Oh, the Baldwin Village one was the original location. Lowered the cost of its ramen from $17 to $14.99. How did the local business bring down food prices? We've been really able to leverage our buying power to reduce the prices. Supply chains were reflected. Oh, so they're just buying in bulk and using that to their advantage. They're becoming one of the big players. That's how like McDonald's can sell you a hamburger for $3 when no one else can. Cool though. Canton ramen is good. I like it. I like it. I think we're done with Reddit, with this part of Reddit. Toronto driving. I saw some baby cobra chickens today. That is really effing random, isn't it? G1 driver caught doing 240 kilometers on the 401. You're not even allowed to like go on a 400 series highway, right? If you have your G1, aren't you limited to like 80 kilometers and under? Holy shit. Let's put like a lifetime ban on this person for ever getting a driver's license. Like seriously, like you fucking blew it. You could have killed so many people doing that. No, you don't get to drive ever again. Jellybean says that should be a lifetime ban. Yeah. Like a lifetime ban, and like I'm not even opposed to throwing this fucker in jail for a year. Like that is ridiculous too. If think about how fast that is, and you don't even have a driver's license. Yielding is for losers, said that guy probably. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? Someone fails to yield. This car here, this Jeep. What? Okay, so I can see how this happened, but this vehicle is changing lanes. They're clearly visible. So yeah, this Jeep needs to hit their fucking brakes, and like just like this person is kind of a dick. You're not supposed to change lanes in front of merging traffic. Like that's like one of the first things you will learn when you're driving, especially on highways. But like that Jeep still didn't yield, but this person should not have been changing lanes there. I hope they're getting scalded in the comments. I don't know. The Jeep made an illegal lane change. OP did not change lanes into a merge lane. Yeah, they didn't, but they still changed over where there was a merge. Brampton transit delay. Ooh, there's a truck that hit. Oh, Lisa, indeed. Hit and run by a rental car. Oh, that's not a video. So parking in other people's driveways is a thing now? Maybe I'm dumb for keeping driving, but didn't expect this idiot to actually pass red light and casually make a left. Let's see. Where in the city is this? I can't who can recognize where is this coming out of Fairview Mall? Is that Shepherd? I can't read that sign. I think this is coming out of Fairview Mall, and I think the subway station is just over on the right here. Let's see what we got. Do we have audio? No. Oh, we do. Whoa. Yeah, you're allowed to enter an intersection when you're turning left. But you're not allowed to cross over into the path of oncoming traffic. Okay, yeah. That would have just been me holding my horn down. Okay, I'm pissed off. That's enough bad Toronto driving. That was a Pittsburgh left. It's legit, says Mike T. All right, we're going to do my favorite part of the channel. Epic Nation HD, I just saw an email from you. I'll reply to you hopefully by tomorrow. Cheers, Liam. Hope you're doing well. Tiana says driving there sounds terrifying. Driving is just terrifying, period. 25 male, rate my new place. Whoo! Do we got more pictures? All right. Not much you could do with that wall. Little storage ottoman / bench. All right. Art. I know someone who would be happy to see that. Bedroom, relatively straightforward. I like it. I mean, that couch doesn't look comfortable. And that chair is not comfortable. I can already tell you that's not comfortable. That carpet is... Someone says that carpet is a choice. Yeah, that carpet is interesting. But they got their TV at the right height. Bonus points for that. And they got a plant. Bonus points for that. I've noticed a lot of like trendy designer people these days have these big long TV benches, and then the TV is kind of on the side of them, and then they'll have like a plant or like candles and shit off to the side. Mike T says, yeah, the rug, I wouldn't hold the rug against them. 8 out of 10, love the neatness, well done. It's super dope, love it. I like the rug. Thank you for having your TV at the correct height. Great start so far. There, I'll give them my 2 cents. We'll just look at a few of these. Looks like a showroom needs some more plants and books. Yeah, but they like literally, it's a new place. They're growing into it, right? Rate my current living space. Girlfriend moving in 2 weeks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. She not going to be happy. Maybe she'll be happy though, right? Maybe she'll like the clean slate. Right? Maybe like look at all this cat stuff. I hope you don't have litter box. Oh, you do have a litter box out in the room. I don't think anyone's going to like that. Hey, does this guy live stream? Look at these lights up here. He's got lights over his monitors, and he's got what looks like a Blue Yeti microphone, and he's got a pretty serious like custom PC on his desk. All your money, time, and energy, and you've got a green screen. Do you guys, this person's a live streamer. They do it like me. I've got a way better green screen than that, but do you think they'll reply to me? Green, no, live. Cool. Hopefully. Cool place. Where do you live stream? Notice the green screen and set up LOL. Let's find out where this person live streams. Novelka says he has one folding chair instead of a Chesterfield and it's facing a blank wall. That could be good though. His girlfriend's moving in, right? She might have that shit, or she might want to do that. Does my living room look stylistically okay if my rug doesn't cover the full width of the couch? Yes, that looks fine. That looks fine. That looks like an IKEA lac coffee table, which doesn't match this old brown wood table at all. Like, they're at odds with each other. Get rid of this. Put in something more modern, please. But yes, it's fine. Nobody cares. My house is listing. Photos versus now. So this is how they listed it. Like a time warp from the 80s. Why is your TV so fucking high? Like, put your TV... What are you doing? You have a TV cabinet. Put it on the TV cabinet. Why are you putting it on the wall? What purpose does that serve? Why is it so high? There's no way someone didn't make a TV too high comment here. Great job. Did you retile or use tile paint? Looks really nice. Why is the TV so high? That was my first thought. Lol. Why not put it on the TV stand? Like, it makes no sense. Why? Do you like neck pain? Do you have is your dad a chiropractor? Like, why? Just me. That looks like one of those like, oh, that's a stand, I think. But that kind of looks like a Serif TV type thing. H. Hustle says he has a big beer belly. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Claudia, it is Cinco de Mayo. Look at that. Peak mail room. Whippy Dude says like sitting in the front row of the theater. My cozy living room. Ooh. Can we get this one looking bigger? Very cozy. It's very red. I don't hate it. Your couch doesn't look comfortable, but your TV a little too... Like, what is up with people mounting their TVs like just above a media console? Just put it on the friggin' console. Ugh. Now it's too high. Like, look at the angle that you have to look at it. Makes no sense. Did someone comment on that? Someone must have commented on that. Ominous living room. I love it. Dig the color scheme. TV seems a tad high, though. We're just going to do that. Is that supposed to be romantic lighting? I don't know. Is there anything else here worth looking at? 22, first time living alone. Any suggestions or tips? Oh boy. Okay, your bedroom's basically done. That's a nice kitchen. Oh man, your TV looks too far? That might be okay. Where's that dude here? Where's our buddy? 21 male. I gotta find a better way to look at these. Maybe using the new Reddit is better than old Reddit, but I'm like so stubborn and old. I don't know. I don't know. Just bought my first place. Okay, this will be the last one we look at. Cool. All right. Which sends us to my favorite subreddit. TV too high. Is my friend's TV too high? What? Look at that. That obviously is on an arm and swings down. But I don't hate it. It's in a bedroom. If you're only ever going to be watching this while you're lying in bed, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That's kind of cool, actually. I wrote off a potential rental situation largely because of this subreddit. Yes, the cable is... The coax comes out above the mantle. Like, do not rent that place. Do not rent it. You dodged a bullet. I know what you're thinking. Oof. Why? Why? What is going on with that? Maybe in like a kid's room where like you don't want them to like hit the TV or something. Outlet too high? What to do here? I have a close friend who had the same situation. They just had a dude come and like putty over where the outlet was. My parents' living room. Yeah, that is... What are they... Why? Is there anything else here? Before and after. Okay, that looks kind of high. Ooh. Oh, they got a Samsung frame TV as well. That's nice. Who's going to tell them? So this person's all about comfort and relaxing. They've got their feet in this foot bath they bought at Walmart here. Ooh, that's an LG soundbar. I can recognize that a mile away. Yeah, they've got a TV way too fucking high. Suck it. This person literally wrote suck it. Let's find one here. At an Airbnb. Look at that. They wrote, if you could have done something about it, then I'm... Maybe it was an Airbnb for giraffes? Question mark. That's my comment on that one. Like, maybe you're just the wrong type of mammal. Maybe they wanted giraffes as customers. I don't know. Okay, we'll do like one or two more of these. How did I do? Is my TV too high? No. I really, really like your TV cabinet. I don't like the gold legs. But I like the TV cabinet. You've got a Sonos Arc. A+ soundbar. Hopefully there's a subwoofer hidden somewhere in the room. No, this person nailed it. That is nice. They nailed it. Very nice. Finally have a contender. Dear God. What are they doing? What are the comments on this one? Sorry, I realize that we have 230 some odd viewers right now. There is absolutely somebody watching this on a smart TV. Like over half of the viewers watch this on smart TV. I watch everything on smart TVs. So statistically speaking, it's impossible that some of you aren't watching on TVs too high. I'm sorry. I still love you. I don't hate you. I don't think you're dumb. I just question your TV placement. That's all. We can still be friends. Just putting that disclaimer out there. Instead of the perfect spot for the TV, someone thought to put a family rules sign. I'm honestly on the verge of giving up. This is a case where, yeah, you just go ahead and you corner your furniture. I know people don't like cornering their furniture, but you corner off a TV right here. Or you like rip out the fireplace. Or you find another wall to put it. Should I lower this? Cam says, good thing I can't see their TV. When is it okay to have a TV high up? If you're in a sports bar, that is it. That is the only time. Maybe a doctor's office in the waiting room. The title of this one is disgusting. Why? Because there's a TV? Oh. Yeah. Claudia says, or yeah, let's just say at like a medical office or something. What's the verdict? Maybe this will be the last one. Like if aliens came down to Earth and like observed human beings, they would wonder like if we're even intelligent at all if they saw this. First of all, they would look at our shoes and be like, wow, you guys must really have long, pointy feet because your shoes are all long and pointy. And we'd be like, no, we have wide duck foot shaped feet. We just like to cram them in really narrow, pointed shoes because we're not a smart species. And the same would go to like TV placement, right? Johnny, I'm watching on my Roku TV and no, it is not mounted too high. I don't like having any TV at any level, but eye level. Peter Bradfield, cheers to you. Yeah, ideally, that's one reason why I don't like working on laptops personally, because they encourage bad ergonomics. It's just like, but looking down is better than looking up. Well, looking slightly down is better. I don't know about really looking down. But has anyone got the balls to tell them? Oh, the fact that you have these like two hulking dudes and like their effing TV is like way up there. No, I would just let them have it. I'm not going to interject and get in the way of that. I had some quizzes lined up for tonight, but we can save them for another day. I also had some comments to go through. We never made it to the comments. I'm going to take that off the title. This person put, wouldn't trust much from the dollar store, laughing my ass off. Food-wise, I've already explained it. You can absolutely trust the food at the dollar store. They wouldn't be allowed to sell it. Their insurer would pull their policy if they were caught selling anything that... And it's all like name brand sellers anyways. Evan says high TVs start to hurt your neck after an hour. Yeah. High TVs counteract tech neck. Just saying. It says Cam, whatever you need to justify yourself. I should have made that a poll. Is your TV too high? But instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off and we're going to end this. But I want to extend a huge thanks to our moderators. I'll go live either Monday or Tuesday on the Johnny Strides channel, so stay tuned there. Do like, subscribe, hit the bell on both channels. Sorry for being a little ranty about TVs being too high. It's just a thing that gets my goat. But yeah, thank you so much to those who sent support, and channel members, Patreon supporters, and just everyone who tuned in. You guys are awesome. Best damn community on YouTube. Thank you, Jacques. Thank you to Clement for the IPA. I somehow nursed over an hour and 43 minutes. Damn it. But I'm going to sign off now. So thank you guys. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST. I have a video uploaded, ready to go. It's in HDR, but I forgot to put a map into the video. So there's going to be no animated map in the video. Normally I would fix that, but HDR videos take like 3 days to process on YouTube. So yeah, and I already built the animated map and I just didn't put it in the video. Oops. Don't rake me through the coals for that one. But anyways, guys, have a good night. Thank you for watching. And I guess the Leafs will do it next year. In the words of Jellybean, boink.